A lot of adversity 2 nights ago in the tough loss against Oregon, and with the injuries to Galdera and Presley. Presley obviously could not go, and you got to start with your point guards. I mean, Alexis and Donnie, gave us unbelievable leadership out there, took care of the ball, got us, kept us in offense, really showed a lot of poise, and then obviously, hit some big shots and free throws late in the game. But hats off to our seniors. I thought Katie Grad and Daugherty and Carly, they every time they're huddling those young kids up. I mean, we had 4 freshmen on the floor a lot tonight, and they were talking to me, hey, we're okay, let's do this, let's do that. And that's a challenge when you're leading and you're down 14 at the half. That's a challenge when you go overtime to continue to get them to believe and know that they believe in them. So great game. Mariah Cooks, what can you say, came off the bench or in the start the second half, as well as Katie Grad, and both of them certainly responded really well. But great team victory, and couldn't be prouder. Nice crowd. A lot of people came from Clarkston for Wisner. Both teams just slugged it out, and we're just really proud of the fact that we handled the adversity, and we just kept fighting. We kept fighting, kept believing, and great win for this program. And it was nice to see the crowd. I thought the Cougars rallied right back with the crowd as well. They weren't going to let all the orange outdo us in our house. It's a fun women's basketball game.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't just loud. They were jumping around there at the end. It was a good atmosphere.
Well, I think there was a lot to jump around about. It was an exciting game in women's basketball. I think it was one of the better games that we've played in the Palouse. And again, Oregon State played really well, and so did we. But we had the last punch, and the other night we had the last punch, and we missed it from 3. But tonight we were able to respond from the free throw line and get the stops.
When you get down in overtime, it's so difficult because you don't have the ball and the time's not on your side. What did you guys do to kind of, change everything?
Yeah, and they hit 2 threes in a row. To their credit, gutsy performance by the Beavers on that. And we were fortunate that we had 3 timeouts going into the overtime, and we talked about, hey, nobody's tired, just play hard, 1 minute at a time, we'll burn timeouts. And I think that, we were able to do that, and then we obviously got a great rotation with Sage Romberg, tough big shot from her in the overtime, and all. But it goes back to the seniors, and them grabbing, you saw them physically grabbing Alexis and grabbing Donnie and saying, you can do this, this is fun, let's do this, we're gonna ride right with you, and those kids, I know they appreciated the confidence their teammates had in them.
Oh, for sure, and it paid off. I mean, you guys got what, like 3-4 steals there in a row at the end. Take me through kind of the defensive mentality at the end.
Well, we switched up the defense late in the game, and we provided some different coverages. We were trying to give them some different looks. They had all 3 shooters out on the floor, and they were, pounding inside at the same time. But we went big. It's tough to throw over Romberg when she's fronting. She's really long. I thought Carly did a good job, too. I know there was a foul called late. I'll have to go back and watch that on tape. But we tried to give put big size on, but we mixed it up defensively. And I think it caused them to maybe take a little more time than they wanted to get a good look. And fortunately for us, we hit our free throws.
What did you think about your performance on the last possession of regulation there?
I thought that we were poised and we were solid. The game was really physical. And that's Pac-12 basketball, I guess. But I thought that our kids showed toughness, and I think we pretty much got the shot we wanted.
Oh, I meant defensively, sorry, to prevent them from winning.
Yeah. Well, at halftime we were really disappointed in our defense. To give up almost 40 points, and they were shooting 60%. That's the one thing we talked about is, this is not us. Our identity is our defense, and we're top of the league in a lot of these areas, but we're not sharp about our rotations. And fortunately, I think all of our players took it to heart, and they came out in the second half and said, enough's enough. We're going to play Cougar basketball defensively, and we had Mariah and those guys scored early in the second half. I think that made us relax and get confidence back about everything we were doing on both ends.
Oh, sure. I think those are all my questions.
Got to feel pretty good about the way things ended on Friday night, and then be able to flip it around 48 hours later. Now go on the road with an overtime win.
Yeah, and it's tough. It was really tough to lose against Oregon and lose 2 players like we did late in the game. I mean, Leah couldn't go, and obviously Tia was injured. And you know, we didn't have a lot of time to kind of get our minds right, if you will, as a staff and as a team about, okay, what do we need to do? And I think that, you know, it was great. You know, we got together last night as a team, and you know, we had you know, it was really a fun situation with Leah's family being here from the islands and some island music going on. But it gave us a chance to kind of rebond a little bit, and that family atmosphere that came from that gathering, and all the music and all the food was great. But I really think that it kind of set the tone for today. I think the kids kind of looked at it and said, hey, you know, hey, no matter what's happening, we're family. We can handle the adversity. Let's, you know, let's just do our best and get out there and play hard. And you know, they won this for Tia. I mean, that's the first thing they said in the locker room. Tia, this was for you. And Tia was a little slow coming up the stairs because of the crutches, but I think she was pretty overwhelmed with the kids and how emotional they were about dedicating this game to her.